Hi, my name is Dragoș Dobre and I work at Swiss Tropical and Public Health Institute. In this video, I will guide you through the OpenIMIS database installation. Let us first install Microsoft SQL Server. To help you install Microsoft SQL Server, go to OpenIMIS wiki page for the database installation. From here, you can download directly the installation package for SQL Server 2017 developer version. Once you downloaded the installation package, go to Download folder and run the installation with administrator rights. From here, select Custom Installation and specify the download target location. Once the download finishes, the setup will continue. Next, go to Installation and select New SQL Server Standalone Installation. Select Developer Edition and click Next. Read the Microsoft Software License terms and accept them. Click on Use Microsoft Update to check for updates and click Next. Wait for the setup to make the necessary checks for the setup files and installation rules. In the feature selection, select Database Engine Services and SQL Client Connectivity SDK. In the instance configuration screen, provide the instance ID. We will keep the default instance name. Keep the default for the Windows services. In Database Engine configuration screen, select Missed Authentication mode and enter the administrator password. Next, add the current Windows administrator user to the SQL Server administrator list. And click Next. Before starting the installation process, please review the summary and make sure you didn't forget anything. Once the review is completed, click Install. Now the SQL Server installation is completed, so you can close the setup application. Next, let us install SQL Server Management Studio. To install SQL Server Management Studio, go to the Installation Center and select Install SQL Server Management Tools. From the web page, download the installation package. Next, go to Download folder and run the installation application with administrator rights. Select the installation folder and click Install. When the installation completes, restart the computer. The next step is the SQL Server configuration. For this, open SQL Server Configuration Manager. In the left panel, open SQL Network Configuration and select Protocols for your SQL Server. From here, double-click on Name Pipes and enable this protocol. Do the same to also enable the TCP/IP protocol. Next, you need to restart the SQL Server Windows service to load the new configuration. Right-click on the SQL Server service and select Restart. Now that we installed the SQL Server and Management Studio, let's initialize the OpenIMIS database. First, go to the database installation wiki page and navigate to the GitHub repository to download the initialization script. From the latest release GitHub page, download the source code zip file. Next, go to the Downloads folder and extract the zip file. In the repository, you will find the SQL script to initialize the OpenIMIS database. The online script is the default choice when deploying a central online server. The offline mode is used for remote insurance offices without connectivity and requires manual data synchronization. The last script can be used in remote health facilities without connectivity and also requires manual data synchronization. If you don't want to start with an empty database, you can use the demo database initialization script. Let us now create the database. Open SQL Server Management Studio and connect to your SQL Server using Windows Authentication. Go to Databases, right-click and select New Database. Give a name to the database, for example, OpenIMIS142. And click OK. You have now an empty database. Next, you need to open the SQL script to initialize the OpenIMIS database. Go to Download folder and open the OpenIMIS Online SQL script. You will have to execute this script to create the database structure and initial data. Make sure you selected the newly created database. When the execution is finished, check if errors were reported. For security reasons, we suggest to create a dedicated user for the OpenIMIS database. Right-click Logins and select New Login. Enter the login name, select SQL Server Authentication and write the user's password. Deselect the Enforce Password Expiration checkbox. In Server Role screen, make sure only public role is selected. In User Mapping screen, attach the user to OpenIMIS database and assign the owner role. Let's now see how to upgrade the OpenIMIS database. First, let's initialize the OpenIMIS demo database from a previous release. From the OpenIMIS database GitHub repository, navigate to Releases. Here, go to version 141 and download the source code. When the download finishes, go to Download folder and extract the files. Next, open SQL Server Management Studio and create a new database. Give the name of the database OpenIMIS Demo 141. As a good practice, it is good to know which database version you are running. If you want to upgrade an already existing OpenIMIS database, make sure you create a backup. Next, open the demo database initialization script from Download folder. Make sure you selected the newly created database and run the script. When the execution is finished, check if errors were reported. Don't forget to map the demo database to the IMIS user and assign the owner role. Now we have a previous version of the demo database. To upgrade the OpenIMIS database, you need to execute the migration script. From the last OpenIMIS database version source code, open the migration script 141 to 142. The migration script upgrades the database structure and data from one version to another. Make sure you selected the right database and run the migration script. In case of errors, you can restore the database backup. As mentioned before, we will change the database name to remember which version we are running. Don't forget to update your connection strings in the other components.